Are you Wi-Fi? Because I feel a connection. Hi everyone, my name is Vlada. This is my vlog. It's like 7 in the morning. Yeah, what's gonna do with me? We're gonna make some tea and coffee first. As things are getting closer and closer to summer, I'm starting to get up easier and easier at very early times. So it's not a problem anymore. So for example, if I had to wake up earlier and it's winter season, it's like terribly hard to wake up. But as the time goes by, it's like I even feel good, you know, I don't feel so bad. You know, mom joined me in the kitchen and reminded me of this iconic meme with a cat. Ow! It's like whenever I see that fucking cat, I mean, ow! It's finally boiling the water, but I think you haven't seen me without the headband for a while. This has been my lifesaver. No, but like, look at me. I look so funny. Girl, I better put that headband back on. I'm gonna drink tea and I'm gonna see you guys in a while because I think when I said that it is easier for me to wake up, I kind of lied a little bit because I am getting sleepy once again, but that's all right. So I'll see you in a bit. Okay. Hello. Oh my gosh. I'm like dissociating. Just give me a second to pull myself together. You're elastic, girl. Pull yourself together. Okay, so I did a workout. I did a couple of other things, and I don't know why. I do know why. I do this workout. Very weird sounds. I don't know if you can hear them. But there was no air siren, so anyway, I guess it's nothing if there was no air siren. It's probably training or something. So I do this workout because, I don't know, in case you probably don't know, I have scoliosis. I don't feel like I talked about it before in the vlogs. I don't think I did. But I have it since I was born. And then also I have like a bone sticking out here, sort of in my chest area. Sort of like, I know that a lot of men have the chest when it's sort of like this. So my part is a bit like this. So I have a bone sort of sticking out right in here, which is probably gonna get a sort of sexual interpretation, which, you know, I mean, whatever. We are just sex filthy animals, aren't we? So there's nothing I can do, and there's nothing I can stop for it. And because of that, when I was a teen, I went to a guy who is sort of like a doctor, but he was also sort of like a coach. So I think he probably was getting cashed out. He was doing 2 jobs, you know. He was doing all the best that he could. And he gave me a set of exercises to do that sort of help my spine. And of course, I mean, it doesn't get rid of my scoliosis like that, but it sort of just allows me to sort of feel better. Who is riding bikes in this weather? Who is doing it? God, I'm so fucking noisy. Like, I fucking need to know what's happening. Back to the guy, and I do these exercises, but especially when the weather is not super amazing, I do sort of feel it in my head a little, I guess because it is all connected. That's what our bodies are like, they're all connected. But yeah, so I just feel a little dizzy, I might say, but that's okay, just because it's early, just because it's I did that exercise. But also so funny because I was like, oh my god, it's the new year, new me. And I was like, I have to start getting stronger. I have to go back to working out because I used to do sports a lot as a kid. I did 3 years of gymnastics, I did a year of ballet, I did 3 years of karate, I did 3 years of acrobatics, and I love sports. I think it really brings out the discipline that I feel like we all sort of need to survive in this one hell of a life. Yeah, and you know, and I was doing those workouts and I actually forgot what I was just talking about, but I don't want to rewatch the video and the film again. I'm lazy. I may be energetic and determined for doing the workout, but I am lazy for anything else. And you know, I started doing the workouts and they make you feel better, but especially like if I go to sleep, I immediately have this weird feeling where it's like I feel good, like my body feels good, I feel great, but at the same time I'm just dying. It just hurts. And I'm like, why is it gotta be this fucking contrast all the time? Why does it have to be the whole thing of like good and bad? Why can't it just be good? You know what I mean? It's just annoying. Yeah. But as I have you here, I started reading Sylvia Plath's The Bell Jar. I was on Instagram. I'm always on Instagram. It's sickening, but I just live for the memes, you know. I can't live without the memes. I can't live without them. You know, I'm not that kind of person. I'm like, oh my god, I wish I was born in another decade. I wish I was born in another century. No, because I like that I could go online, read funny things that other people say, and watch a couple of Ryan Gosling edits with Tame Impala songs in it. You know what I mean? Like this is what 21st century is for. This is what it's all about. I don't want to be stuck in, I don't know, what, fucking 20th century where they were just coming up with these old things and inventions. No! I want my Ryan Gosling edits. I don't know why I just got so aggressive in regards to Ryan Gosling edits, but I think you can now see my true passion. It's not filming or anything, you know, intellectual or reading. No, my passion is the edits. I love the edits. Oh my god, I think you can do so many wrong things with a gesture that I just made. Anyways, again, that's all up for you and your filthy minds. My filthy mind too. But anyways, coming back to Sylvia Plath, I was on Instagram and day after time, I was getting all these posts with the quotes that she did in her book about the fig tree. And I was like, huh, people talk about it so much. And then I read on Wikipedia, you know, that she was writing a lot of stuff, poems, prose, and that she was a peer of confession poetry, I think. And I was like, you know what? I might as well give it a try. And I thought that it would be pretty funny if I didn't read a lot, so I didn't read the whole thing. I think I only read 5 chapters so far, but they were interesting. Some of the things I could see relating to her. I could relate as a young woman also, and with uni and all that. But then out of nowhere, she just gets so racist. It just comes out of nowhere. It's like you're calmly reading the book. You're like, oh yeah, women in their 20s. Oh my god, big city, New York. And then boom, she like says something racist. I'm like, what do I do with that information? Like, why? I'm like, okay, girl. But anyways, again, it's so weird. And I read about it. I read someone like doing a post, and because a lot of people are like, oh, you should cancel it, like you shouldn't be reading it because of all these racist remarks. Again, a lot of people blamed it on the time, and I'm like, yeah, but there were a lot of people who were not racist, right? Like, I don't know, just being like, oh, the times were like this. Yeah, but you can still be a decent person. Who cares about the times? The times are always, I mean, let's be honest, the times are always the way that you can always be racist, you can always be sexist, you could be, I don't know, you could discriminate anybody for anything at any point of time, at any point in history. Again, but you can choose not to just because you're a decent person. So, I don't know. I'm not fond of the argument that those were the times. Even if they were, again, I'm pretty sure there were normal people around. There were people that didn't do that. I don't know. It was very weird. But anyways, let's just check out some of the stuff that I sort of lined, that I highlighted, just for a little funsies, because I don't know, I felt like it's fun. Just get me my iPad. I'm so bougie. I have an iPad that I bought a few years ago. It's like, so, oh, it has stickers. I forgot. I have this water sprite one from the festival. This is a friend of mine who came to visit, gave this to me. And this is just an emblem, which is actually, no, it's not an emblem. This is a logo. Emblema, that's what we say. That's not what you guys say. This is a logo. Just give me a second, I have to open it. Okay, I lied. I'm on chapter 5. I'm gonna start reading chapter 5. I've read only 4 chapters. Okay, let's see some highlights that I did. I love that I'm trying so hard to be an intellectual. I like talked about movies at some point. Now I'm like, look at me, I'm reading books. It's so pathetic. Ugh. Anyway, girl, pathetic as hell. So this thing that I thought was funny was there's nothing like puking with somebody to make you into old friends. And I find that to be absolutely hilarious. Because, you know, again, puking is such a weird experience overall. And I'm someone with high blood pressure, so as a kid, I do have a few embarrassing stories, you know, with puking. It's like, it's very funny. And I was like, yeah, because it's always these weird experiences that bond you the same way how you bond through trauma or something like that. It's just so funny. I loved this whole thing where she takes a bath and how she feels after a bath, because girl, so relatable. I have 2 things that I really liked. She said that I'm like, yeah, because I'm such a bath person and we always had a bath, except probably in uni. That's the only time where I didn't have a bath. And still, when I was in Cambridge living in a house, there was a bath. There was one bathroom there. There was a bath, not a shower. And it was very cool. And I don't know, I'm a bath person. I feel like baths are so relaxing and soothing. And how she describes it is like, I'm like, yeah, girl, me too. I like how you like baths. So relatable. There must be quite a few things a hot bath won't cure, but I don't know many of them. Same! Okay, this one is a little probably controversial, I don't know. But I'm also not religious. Again, I read the Bible in uni. I was forced to read the Bible in uni, but you know, I don't. Again, it was a great story. Loved that. Loved when Jesus came into picture. Hated when they killed him off. But, you know, it doesn't appeal to me. Again, if it appeals to you, if you're religious, sure. I mean, you do you, honey. I don't have to be like you don't have to be like me, right? That's the whole kind of point. So I'm sorry if we can't really bond over the religious experience. That's just something that, you know, I believe in something, because we all believe in something. I just don't believe in religion and religious things and churches, because I think, especially from where I come from, church is always just used as a way of power and of gathering money. It has nothing to do with really faith, you know. It really doesn't have about getting into a certain state or being a good person. It's just, you know, a way to make a living. And, you know, who can blame a person for hustling? You can technically, because it is sort of weird to hustle with people's beliefs, but, you know, whatever gets you in life. But still, I really like this other thing that she writes. I don't believe in baptism or the waters of Jordan or anything like that, but I guess I feel about a hot bath the way those religious people feel about holy water. And that's honestly, for me, taking a shower or taking a hot bath, and like a really hot bath. She also describes it. She's like that it has to be terribly, horribly, absolutely hot. Otherwise, it's just not interesting. So I really love that. Maybe let's do just one more. Maybe let's see what we have. Okay, so there's this part where her friend Doreen sort of gets with a guy that they meet on the streets of New York. And I don't know why. I really like the metaphor that she does and sort of the comparison. So it's a bit long, but I feel like it's pretty interesting. There's something demoralizing about watching 2 people get more and more crazy about each other, especially where you're the only extra person in the room. It's like watching Paris from an express caboose heading in the opposite direction. Every second, the city gets smaller and smaller. Only you feel it's really you getting smaller and smaller and lonelier, rushing away from all those lights and that excitement at about 1,000,000 miles an hour. I don't know, something about Paris just sort of made it so romantic to me. And I don't know why, she describes things so well sometimes where I'm like, oh my god, yeah, I can totally relate. There are a couple of things that she talks about in terms of education and university. I'm like, yeah, I can totally see that. Yeah, totally. So it's definitely interesting. And the fig tree quote, I do really like it. I think it's so simple, and it's about such a typical thing, you know, choices that we make every day. You know how to say how the simple things are the best? That's what I feel like the thing is with this quote, is because it's not about some sort of extraordinary experience. It's not something terribly and horribly specific, yet it covers such an incredible experience that we all share, but in a simple way. I don't know. It's like, it's so simple. That's why it's genius, I think. But yeah, I do like a few things. There are a few things I don't like. That's like reading any other book. You know, you read a book, you're like, yeah, these are great parts. These are not so great parts. The same watching a movie or listening to a song. You're like, these lyrics are amazing. And these are a bit, you know, that happens. But yeah, I do have to edit a video. So I will leave you. Oh, see, this is my bateria. ASMR. Slavik bateria. Anyways, I don't know what the fuck that was just right now. I'm gonna go edit a video because I want to publish it today, and you know, so I'll be just editing. It's nothing really interesting, so I'll come back to you very soon, I think. Okay, I edited a little bit. Мужики там щось роблять, знаю що, якщо кричать, ну що, ну кричать мужики. But I'm very hungry, I want to eat, and I'm craving a pasta just with butter. So we're gonna make that. It's very simple. The men are doing something there with the heating, and they're loud. If you can hear them, I'm so sorry, but I can't do anything. Bear with me. Anyways, let's cook. Well, cook is a strong word, and we are strong people that use strong words. Anyways. It's still cooking. I still have a little bit more time. I'm feeling so dizzy, I want to eat. But I still have to finish the video because I didn't really edit it fully. I have the last part. And then hopefully I'll be able to upload it. And it's gonna be up. And I'm like, yay! One more video posted! Whoop whoop! Also, you can check out my background. It's like so elite. I don't think you can see this anywhere else. On any other channel, you will never see... how do you call that? Swiper? Веник, короче. Веник. I don't think you see that kind of elite content anywhere else on the internet. Girl. Sometimes nothing beats just a simple pasta with butter. Okay, I finished editing the vlog. Actually, so much happened. I had a little dance break. I ate. Period. Yeah, all right. So much has happened. Done so many things. There's so much more for me to do today. But the thing is, I don't feel like there will be anything to show, or I don't really find it to be interesting. You know, all the other stuff that I have to do today. I'm pretty sure the things that I've showed today, even so far, were not really that interesting anyway. I think this is the time where I'm going to be ending this vlog because I feel like it's already pretty long because I already talk too much. What can you do? It's very hard when you're a professional yapper not to yap. But, you know, we never finish just like that. We don't do that. This is not what we do here. Not here. Not in this place. No. We never just ended there. I always have to give you my song recommendation. It usually is just something I'm listening to at the moment of filming. Or maybe it's a favorite song of mine for a while, or, you know, any of those things. Or maybe it's the mood, or, gosh, all kinds of things. And they don't really qualify for anything. It doesn't really, like, it doesn't have to tick some particular boxes or something. It's just a song that I really like in the moment that I probably like not just in the moment. So, the thing is that for many years, I've been a big fan of Mac DeMarco, and I find it to be very funny that throughout all the vlogs, and if I'm publishing this, that's a lot of vlogs, and I've never mentioned him even once. I've never recommended anything by him, if I recall correctly, which is a big mistake. We have to fix this. So for me, Mac DeMarco just carries a vibe that no one else carries. And I don't mean it like in a bad way or something. Like, I'm not saying that everybody else sucks or something. You know, like when people do comparisons, it's really not about that. It's just, he has such a unique vibe that I find in his music. I find in his presence, in his essence, and I just absolutely love that. I feel like he's totally, completely, and fully incredible. I have so many songs of his. So many. But I think for this time, Let's pick two. Let's do that. Let's do two. I feel like they're from the same album, if I'm not mistaken. First song, Nobody. I love the calmness of it. I love the lyrics, and I think it's a great song. It has a great vibe. It's so calm. Gosh, it's so calm. It's like the calmest thing I've heard. It's so calm. And I love that. Absolutely love that. Compare it to me, because right now I'm very loud, but the song is very calm. The second one, Finally Alone. It's so goofy. Like, for me, it's a little goofy, you know? I'm not a singer, I'm not a musician, so my attempts are very pathetic, but just bear with me. Yeah, but I just love when, you know, hop on the train, see where it goes. Now that you're finally alone. I love that. Both the sound and the lyrics sort of give you this feeling of, right, yeah, you're alone. It's time to explore, and you're happy that you're finally alone. So finally can do some things. You can go to places. I think that's really cool. But I really, really love him. If you have any songs that you want to recommend that I check out of his, I'm more than happy to. I feel like I know a lot and I like a lot. Some classic ones that were very popular, and maybe some that are a little less popular. But anyways, I just really do love him. I feel like he is very, very cool, and I'm so happy that he published music in the time where I can listen to it and where I can really, you know, feel, oh gosh, of course they have to ruin the perfect moment, so good moment, they have to what? Bruh. Okay, anyways, now they're like working something. I don't understand even what is the sound, but okay. But this would be all for today. Those are my song recommendations. Check them out. Check Mac, which again, I feel like he's very famous. I'm pretty sure that kids know him. Everybody knows him. In case you don't, or I mean, it happens. Sometimes we don't know some of the stuff there. Or if you are also a fan, but you haven't like maybe checked out for a bit, I think this is a great opportunity because, you know, he's super great. He's got the coolest vibe ever. But on this note, I'm going to say that this is where we end off today. I hope you enjoyed the ride. I hope it was fun. Listen to some music, to some tunes after this to relax. But as always, my friends, I'm not saying goodbye. I'm just saying bye.